What's up, everybody? Back up here at the Grafton Archery shop, doing some videos for y'all, getting some good content out there, and I'm pretty pumped about this one. This is a piece of gear that I've been wanting to talk about for a while. It's not anything major and it's nothing revolutionary, but it's something that I don't feel like people talk enough about. And what I want to talk about in this video is this Sitka bow sling. And if you've watched any of my videos so far, you've noticed that for the most part, this sling is always on my bow. The bow sling is nothing that's new out there, but I notice there's a lot of guys that still don't use them. And the thing about it is there's a bunch of different brands, there's a bunch of different models, and the reason why I want to talk specifically about this Sitka sling is it's probably the most or one of the most expensive slings out there. And I'm sure a lot of guys are going to look at the $90 price tag on this thing and say, yeah, right, I'm not buying that sling. It's not worth that. But I'm going to sit here and tell you, it is worth it. After using several other model slings that are on the market right now, there's some pros and cons to this sling, mostly pros. Actually, from what I can see, it's all pros compared to others, but there's still some stuff that I would change. That being said, this is hands down, in my opinion, the best sling on the market, hands down. Not because it has the Sitka name on it. I know there's a lot of guys out there that are loyal to one brand or another. And that's another thing, if you watch my videos, you notice that I'm not loyal to any brand. I shoot and use what I think is the best. And like I said, I think this is the best. First thing I want to talk about is material. The material that this sling is made out of and the way that Sitka has this material on the inside, it keeps you from not drying out, but like kind of almost fraying out your strings. I've noticed after using a couple other brands that, especially backpacking out west, the first year we were in Colorado, I didn't have this sling. And when I pulled my sling off my bowstrings, I noticed that my bowstrings looked just dried out, just frayed and stuff like that. And it was the material just constantly rubbing up against the strings. I've had this thing on my bows for the last 2 years, and absolutely none of that. I don't know what it is that's different about the material. It's just a stretchy, really soft material that they've got on here. And that's the other thing, is that this thing, the stretch to this thing is perfect. It fits any axle to axle length bows. This is a 29.5 inch Hoyt RX4 that I got this year. The other thing about it that adjusts for size is you'll notice that the padding on the ends of the cams, where the cams go into the pockets on the sling. On my bow, there's a lot of extra room in there, and it's designed that way so that it can fit many different sizes of cams. My cams are a little smaller, so I've got some extra room, which is fine for me because that just gives me even more leeway if I accidentally fall or hit something. And that's one of the major reasons why I think this is such a key item for any type of backcountry hunt, is there's a chance that you may fall, and a sling like this is going to keep you from damaging your cams, which is one of the parts on your bow that there's very little leeway on. If you damage a cam, it can cause major catastrophe in the backcountry. It may even end your hunt. So it protects your cams. It's got a cool little slide system here where you can tighten. Hopefully you can see that. Right here, there's just a strap. You tighten it down. Once you get it in place, snug it, and it's not going anywhere. And it's got that on both ends. The other cool thing that's different about this sling versus others, which is one of the other reasons why I think this is the best sling on the market, is it comes with, for the $80 or $90, whatever you pay, depending on where you go, this bow sling comes with a quiver protector. It protects your fletchings, and that's just clipped on there. Now, I will say this, I don't use that part. I take it off. I had it on there just for the video. I haven't had to use it yet. Now, if you were using feathers, you recurve guys out there or whatever, or the older guys that like to shoot feathers, you could use it on this compound, and you may want to use a quiver protector or a fletching protector. I choose not to use it. It's just more to get in the way and more weight in the backcountry, so I take that off, but that's a cool feature that comes with it. The other thing that comes with this, and you'll notice, is that my sight is always covered. Now, the first time I was in Colorado, I actually had a stick or something come in I had like a sock over my sight. It actually damaged my pins and almost ruined my hunt. So this comes with that, and the same thing, it just clips in. So I do use this feature, and I like it because it's big enough to go over my entire housing. I can cinch it down, make it nice and snug, and I don't have to worry about anything puncturing inside my sight housing and messing my pins up, which is a very, very nice feature to have, something that's built into the Sling that's not built into a lot of other brands. So that's on there, and then you'll notice inside the Sling itself, there's pouches. And those little pouches, just notice that it's gray material versus everything else is white. It's gray. That's just a little pouch where you can take this cover off, stick it down in there if you don't want to use it, or you can just take the clip off and it's disconnected. So Sitka really thinks about all their stuff before they put it out there, and I really, really like everything that I've bought from Sitka. I've been very, very impressed with. So it's no different with this bow sling. I've been very impressed with it. Like I said, just the attention to detail is very nice on this sling. I don't use the sling itself, like the shoulder sling. I don't use it all that often. Most of the time I've got it strapped to my pack or I'm carrying it in my hand. But even when that's the case, unless we're in shooting distance or get like stalking in on an elk or something like that, I've always got this sling on my bow, and it's saved my butt a few times by protecting my strings as well as my cams when busting through brush. So that's really about it on this sling. I just wanted to put this out there to y'all and just let you know that this, in my personal opinion, this is hands down the best sling on the market, and it's definitely worth the money that you're going to spend for it. So if you're in the market for a bow sling, call these guys up here at Grafton Archery. They can get you one on order if they don't have one in stock. They do carry all kinds of Sitka clothing. They can get you anything you want from Sitka. But definitely check this out, do some research, and go check one out at the store. Come up here and check them out up here at Grafton Archery, and have them order you one, or go ahead and buy one in the store. They can get them in 3 different colors. They can get them in the sub-alpine, which is what I've got, or they can get it in elevated 2, or you can get it in the open country color. So I like the sub-alpine, that's what I went with, and you can't beat this sling. Even though it's pretty expensive, it's well worth the money. So come check these guys up at Grafton Archery. Just give me a like, give me a thumbs up, go check me out on Instagram and Facebook, and please subscribe and comment below. And thank you for watching, and we'll catch you on the next video.